Before these three specialists got called up to fight, I bet Dozer was a bouncer, Zain was a financial advisor, and Sundance was a serial killer. I personally can't stand going up against these specialists due to their gadgets, and according to Reddit, it seems many of you feel the same way. Disclaimer, these specialists can be useful in the right situation, and this video is for entertainment purposes. So if I offend your favourite specialist, feel free to roast me in the comments section. First up, we have Dozer. Dozer's trait is his blast-resistant suit. From working his old job on the doors, he previously used this suit and shield to stop punters throwing glass bottles at him. Now he's brought it onto the battlefield, it turns out the blast-resistant suit reduces explosive damage by up to 50%. Dozer's shield seems to be kept in his back pocket, and is able to equip in half a second. The shield can withstand 14 anti-tank rockets, a 200 round LMG clip, and is as durable as your nan's diaper. You had to watch this video to get that joke. You can double up the toxicity with this shield by using it as a 1-2 punch alongside throwing knives. There is nothing more frustrating or hilarious depending on if you're sending or receiving the knife, especially if you sit in the corner staring at confused soldiers. Dozer is useful in any game mode that has close quarter maps and situations with not many angles to shoot from the side. I would recommend using Dozer in maps such as Redacted, Redacted, and Redacted. The shield can be useful to push enemies back within the tunnels, or push through tight choke points. If teamed up with an assault specialist running slightly behind, this duo can be tough to stop. The counter against Dozer is either an incendiary grenade, as he can't run quick enough to put out the flames, C5 will be enough to blow off all his limbs, or you can confuse Dozer by challenging him to a duel. If you don't have the previous three items mentioned, he can be one of the trickiest and most frustrating specialists to play against. The only way to tackle Dozer in a 1v1 situation is to run away and buy yourself some time. Try to get into a higher position than Dozer, as he can't climb onto ledges with the shield equipped, and or jump to the side of him to quickly shoot. Sundance. Her specialist trait is the wingsuit, which can get you in some sneaky positions very quickly. You can fly down to objectives without making it too obvious, unlike when you have a parachute open, which can make you easier to spot and an easier target due to moving through the air at a slower speed. Her specialist toxic gadget is the scatter grenade, which detonates into a smaller cluster of explosives, 4 to be precise. This can be incredibly frustrating to play against when in tight corners or being pinched out by enemies. Can you imagine, in any 128 player mode, if all 64 players on one team were using Sundance and her cluster grenade? With the first explosion on top of the additional 4, that's 320 explosions in one throw, and on top of that, the gadget regenerates every 30 seconds, basically how it is to play on Redacted in the year 2024. The Sundance wingsuit is the fastest way to get around the map, but in order to get the most out of the wingsuit, you need to be on maps with high verticality such as Exposure, Kaleidoscope, and Breakaway. The toxic scatter grenade is useful on maps where players have to hold objectives such as Breakthrough, or within close quarter maps such as Redacted or inside buildings. The direct counter to Sundance scatter grenade would be the Irish fortification trophy system. You see countless of these trophy systems mainly on Redacted, but also on the game mode Breakthrough, usually placed when defending objectives. I feel this fortification system was put in the game purely for the Sundance scatter grenade, since it's so OP. Zain. Zain is actually one of the best specialists in the game. His perseverance trait means health regenerates after gaining a kill. This caters towards an aggressive style play and can enable players to go on large kill streaks without the worry of having to use the med pen all the time. It's a close call between McKay and Zain for the best assault specialist in my opinion. Zain's toxic gadget is the noob tube. I mean the XM378 airburst rifle, which is such a cheap way of killing people. When equipping the air rifle, you have to readjust the firing distance before shooting, and you spawn with 5 shots in the rifle. That's 5 shots too many, although the 5 rounds do replenish every 30 seconds. Yes, it can clear campers out of spots, but why don't you just smoke it and go get them? I beg someone to come and shoot me rather than use that noob tube. Zain, I would say, is the most versatile out of all 3 specialists in this video. His toxic noob tube is particularly useful on close quarter maps such as Redacted, or used in any objective that you need to clear. The noob tube only has a range of approximately 20 meters and therefore is useless on wide open maps. Again, the counter to Zain's airburst rifle is the Irish trophy system, although even if you hide round corners, the blast can still spread and kill you. Due to Zain's airburst rifle only being able to fire 20 meters, you could either run away or just redeploy as Zain and give them a taste of their own medicine. Do you agree that these 3 specialist gadgets are toxic? Have I offended any of your favourite specialists? Let me know in the comments section below, and I'll see you in the next one.